Hi, my name is Jordan D'Angelo, and today I want to talk about my grandpa that passed away a couple of years ago. So one day, he asked me if I wanted to go watch him referee. So I said sure, because I thought that would be really cool. So ever since that day, we made it a tradition, and I would always go to all of his refereeing basketball games. And he would take me to the Mobile on the Run gas station about a mile away from his house. And I would get some drinks and some snacks to watch the game. And he always had to get his soda in the morning, so. Today I would like to honor my grandpa, Ken Husted. So my grandpa was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, in the downtown area. And he was a standout goalie in college. He led him to 2 national championships, and not just that, he was a dual sport athlete in college. He played basketball, and he was a forward that could shoot really well. He also got inducted into the Quincy University Hall of Fame for being goalie in soccer. He was a really good goalie. So one day, my brother and I wanted to go to the YMCA to shoot some hoops, and he told us that he'd take us. So we went and we started warming up, and my brother and I could not miss. We were taking half-court shots, and they were just all going in. So that's when my grandpa said, "Hey, do you guys want to play horse?" And we said, "Okay, sure." And I ended up winning the game of horse, too, so that was pretty cool. But overall, sports are just were really important to my grandpa. And no matter what, where we were, eating breakfast or at the dinner table or in a car ride, we would always be talking sports, no matter what. So my connection to my grandpa was really well because he's just a really loving and caring and funny person to be around with. My grandpa refereed soccer and basketball. He refereed college soccer, college basketball, high schoolers, and sometimes youth. He refereed once he got out of college, so he refereed from age 25 to about 60 to 65, so he refereed for quite a long time. My grandpa was a really caring person and liked to give back to the sports community, so when he retired from reffing, he would still go and do disabled people's sports games. So that just shows you right there how much of a caring person he is. My grandpa got married to my grandma in 1998 in Honolulu, Hawaii. And my grandpa played a really big role in my mom's life and my uncle, because growing up, my mom and my uncle didn't have a dad. So he was basically their father figure in their life. He was really important in my life because he played so many different roles. He was a grandpa to me. He was a father figure to me when my dad wasn't around and I was with my mom. He was overall just a really good friend to me and a mentor. He would teach me all these different things about sports, talk to me all the time, and I would learn so many things from him. So he was really important to my life. So I just want to leave it off with one last story for you guys. One night, I told him that I wanted to go to a Cardinals game because I grew up in St. Louis, and I had never been to one at this point. So I went in his room and talked to him for a while, and he said that we might be able to go the next day, so I was really excited. His boss had called him and gave him 2 free tickets to the Dodgers and Cardinals game. Later that night, he told me that we could for sure go, but there was one problem. There was only 2 tickets, and my brother kind of wanted to go too. So we talked it out, he let me go, and it was a really fun time. So we got there at about an hour and a half or 2 hours before game time, and we saw both teams hit batting practice. So we went out into the left field bleachers to see if we could get a home run ball or something. That didn't happen, but the Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen ended up giving us a ball, so that was pretty cool, and I got to talk to him a little bit. And not just that, but about 5 minutes later, another pitcher from the bullpen for the Dodgers threw up another ball to me, but there was a little kid by me that didn't have one, so I ended up giving him it. But my grandpa ended up taking me around the whole stadium. He showed me around downtown St. Louis before we got to the game too. But just seeing Busch Stadium was really cool to me because I've always wanted to go into the stadium and watch a Cardinals game. So he took me around the stadium for a while, and then we finally sat back down in our seats and watched the game. It was a really fun time because I got to converse with my grandpa and talk about baseball, as well as just talk about life and watch the game. So I just want to say I love you, Grandpa, and rest in peace.